Hey guys, Ashen1 here and welcome to this Demon Souls video on how to get the Ring of Avarice nice and early in the game. And this video will accompany another one I'm doing showing the farming spots early, mid and late game. So if you're a returning player, hopefully this is a recap, and if you're a new player, hopefully this will just help you. So as soon as you kill the Phalanx boss and you have access to the 5 worlds, you can come straight to the Prison of Hope in the Tower of Latria, and we can basically go and get the Ring of Avarice straight away. Now there are a few tough elements to doing this, but they are mainly in the form of these Cthulhu sort of squid head type enemies, and I'm going to show you now how you can take them out without too much trouble. So the first one from the Archstone is actually pretty simple. You can just wait for it to come here and you can snipe it like that. Now, as I run through, you'll notice me sort of killing enemies in open cells, and it's because I've sort of played through the area and I've opened these cells, so most of the cells will be closed, so you don't have to worry about the enemies. And just there where I stopped is where you get the key to open the 3rd floor cells, because this is where we are. We're on the 3rd floor at the moment, and we need to get to the 4th floor. So when you come through here, you'll have 2 of these Mind Flayer enemies to deal with. Now you can just snipe them from this safe spot here. If you don't walk too far out into the corridor, any magic that they fire at you shouldn't be able to touch you. So you can snipe the first one pretty easy. And then there's a second one further down who sometimes comes out into the corridor, but usually just walks across the top there. So if you just come up a little bit closer, there he is. And if we can't snipe him in the corridor, we can just snipe him across the top here. And he's even further away, so it's even safer. And as you can see, his magic isn't going to touch us. Great. So now, as we run through, those 2 Mind Flayers were guarding the key that we need to get up onto the 4th floor. So I'm just making quick work of these because they do follow you if you leave them alone. There should be one on the right here that likes to come out and surprise me. So like I say, you guys might have an easier time if it's your first time here, because you haven't unlocked any of the cells yet. So this is the key, and this opens the door in the hallway so we can get up to the 4th floor. So now we just have to sprint all the way back to the beginning and get up to the 4th floor by opening the door with the key. And I should just say, this might be quite difficult if you are very early in the game, and you do need 50,000 souls to buy the ring. So you might not want to bring 50,000 souls here, or your human form, if you don't want to mess up the world tendency. And then basically you can just suicide run most of this. So for example, you can just suicide run to get the key, then teleport back if you die, and then go straight up to the 4th floor. So it might be easier to do it that way in increments. Okay, so we come through and this will be a fog wall. And then we come up to the 4th floor. And again, it's just about getting across the floor and finding a key so that we can get to the NPC which sells the ring. But there are more Mind Flayers up here, and they're not as easy this time, and they're quite close to us rather than being ranged. So as you can see, I'm just having to deal with some trash mobs because I've opened these cells already. So if you haven't been here, you don't have to worry about most of these. So when you first come here on the 4th floor, this is a locked gate in the corner, and the Mind Flayer should be up against it. So because I've opened it, I just need to come in and make quick work of him. I mean, it's very glass cannon. If you get the drop on them, you should be able to kill them. And when you first come here, when the gate's locked, you can just kill him through the gate. But just be careful if you run down here, because he will fire magic at your back. So when you do come down here, you want to go to the last cell on the left. And as you come through the hole in the wall, be careful coming out of this cell, as there's a Mind Flayer on the left. So just time it right and just run out and get the drop on him. There, I time it just a little bit too wrong, and you can see an example of the paralysis attack, which he does before the brain suck. So the keys that you need are right here. So you'll get the cell key and also the key for the door that we were just at. So as you can see here, all we have to do now is make our way back. Don't go straight ahead, and if you do, just be careful because there's a hole that drops you down onto the 3rd floor. So just come back this way. If you do have any trash mobs, just be careful. I think this is just because I've opened the cells and I didn't kill them on the way past. So with the keys that you have now, One of them opens this door for us. And then just before the NPC, we have one more obstacle. There's one more mind flayer, and he can either be here in the doorway or just on the left, and you'll aggro him quite quickly, or you can get lucky and he will already be walking down the corridor on the left hand side. So if so, just ignore him, run straight ahead, turn right and unlock this cell, and here you have the NPC that will sell you the Ring of Avarice for 50,000 souls. And this is going to be great when you're soul farming, because you'll get an extra 20% souls. So there we go, and I hope this video was helpful to you guys if you are a returning player like me who has just forgotten all of this stuff, and especially if you are a new player who needs a little bit of help, because this game is brutal. So thanks for watching guys, leave a subscribe and a like, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!